I have no idea. I don't know if, like, I feel like there's a bug in my game. I don't know, there's something maybe wrong where targets maybe don't pop up when they're supposed to. I remember reading this game does have bugs in general when you run it on a modern system, but I don't know, it feels like something... Unless I'm just supposed to go elsewhere rather than kill this guy. Yeah, I don't know. Just I keep thinking it's going to be something to do with just how things render on screen. I don't know. Well, I head back and I guess go to the apartment. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to refer to a walkthrough for this game, but there's some things it doesn't feel like it necessarily... I don't know. It doesn't kind of guide you where you're supposed to be going, and I don't mean I want it to hold my hand the whole way through. Just that there's some... It feels like it could point you in the right direction without being completely obvious. I don't know. Plus, with only 4 locations to go on the map, like, you would think that would make things easier, but it tends to get confusing because you're like, well, 2 of these places seem quite irrelevant to the rest right now. But I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. I'll only refer to a walkthrough if I really need to, but for now I won't bother. See if there's anything else around here that I could... I don't know. It just feels like, what I'm saying is it feels weird to have that guy run away, chase him, and then just have to turn back and just go somewhere else. Oh wow. Oh whoa! What the... Run! Oh my god! Whoa! There's someone down there as well. How did he get to my apartment? I'm like the other side of town. Yeah, this is taking strangely long.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Oh my god, is that the guy from the film?
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that Moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s, so don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
I think that's the guy from the film with the cane. Okay, well, I underestimated the game. I thought it was kind of making things hard to figure out, but
Yuck.
there you go. Going back to the apartment, which seems like the last thing you would want to do after chasing a replicant. You know, the last thing you think is just to go back home. But there he is, showing up at our apartment. So, whatever. Let's head in there and, actually I should probably save.
Your floor number, please.
I'll get in here
McCoy,
and save.
88. Thank you.
Well, I just realised I named the last one Y8. We'll just go by numbers. I'm trying to reduce the amount of time this save thing is up on screen.
Who's the best dog in the whole world?
That was dog for me.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
See that? Why?
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Okay, apparently that thing on the table constitutes giving her snacks. Oh, let's go and listen to the awesome music again.
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
Okay, I guess the balcony serves as his little aimless pondering. God, I really could listen to that just forever, but I'm not gonna labour the point.
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Got your delivery here, man.
Oh, what?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say...
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred chihuahua, and he's totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works.
Only simulator. Extraterrestrial gravity.
One more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance, they're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row. No.
You one miserable package, man.
No, please, don't.
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry. I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break on it. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Alright, awesome. So it does seem like just going back and forth between 2 different locations is gonna produce results. I guess my expectations are just different.
Your floor number, please.
I wonder if it's ever daytime. Just seems like a constant darkness and smog. Okay, now we have more than one location of the Tyrell building. Well, more than 4 locations I should say. And those are the buildings from the movie, of course, so this should look pretty awesome, provided we get a nice CGI cutscene. That's awesome.
McCoy, LPD.
Yeah, just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grab test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Alright. See if there's anything else we can do. Doesn't seem like it.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model, a big hit with the all-important dirty old man market.
Okay.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Okay, well, they actually blended into the floor pretty damn well, so I could have completely missed those.
Jesus.
I seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up. I'd seen more dead animals than live, and now it was dogs. I thought about
Okay, what else is there?
a takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Looks like we'll be going to Kingston Kitchen soon then. I think he's the only thing left to inspect. Oh, what's that?
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Oh, that was just me clicking on McCoy.
I'd seen more dead animals, and
Oh, that looks like a kind of overturned magazine, that's why I clicked on it. Okay, let's check out this poor guy.
obviously he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story, but I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
See, I was against the voiceover in the film because it kind of took away from, you know, letting the film just infer its own point as opposed to it being kind of drilled into your head by Deckard. But in a game like this, it kind of works because it fits into that whole kind of picking apart the detective story type thing where he tells you what he's thinking and whatnot. Oh, I should maybe talk to that guy again just in case.
This earring yours?
Maybe it belonged to that other cop who was up here, the babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style. Call her babe to her face, you're liable to end up with a severe limp.
Seems to be this recurring theme of limps in this game as well.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to assume that's the extent of that conversation. Okay. Oh.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Good question. I was thinking just exactly that.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still putting the pieces together. It's all stored in Esper's mainframe. You hear about the Moonbus massacre?
Gaff mentioned it.
Could be our cases are overlapping. I might keep you posted.
Do that.
What? There was another conversation option. No. Come back.
You friendly with Eisendeller?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduller, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grav Test Chief Engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisenduller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security's tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisenduller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
The guy kind of, just a little bit, sounds like Sarif from Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Anyway, we'll head to, well, hopefully we've got another location on the map now. I love his animations for going downstairs. Yeah, we do. Anemoid Row. So this is going to be, I reckon, the same place in the film that Deckard was in at the beginning. Okay, so we can head in there. Try to get stock of what I can do here. We can... what was that? Something popped up there, the blue, indicating I could go in like that, but... oh, we can head up here. That just seems that whole general area. Well, I'll stick with the outside first, I guess. I do like that you can...
excuse me, pal.
yeah, just talk to people like that, but it doesn't necessarily do anything. You can head around here. Let's talk to this. Oh, there's the dragonfly. She may know a thing about this jewellery.
Nice looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality, even poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenteous money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon.
I think that's the name of Cyberpunk 2020 storyline. Adventure game, whatever, for the tabletop.
Might I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Shisco Ook without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
I feel like that could become useful later on, even though I see no reason for it. But we'll leave it for now.
I'm a little strapped for cash right now.
Too bad for your Maggie, huh?
I don't think she loves me for my money.
You hold on to her like life itself, see? And one like that is rare these days.
Don't I know it?
There's a thing here I can use.
Careful, senor. You're poison.
Scorpions?
See? Finest quality. Perhaps you purchased one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. Never seen one before.
Oh, that'd be too, senor.
Okay, I think that's just a little stall with things you can buy on it. Okay, that snake guy mentioned, yeah, this thing. Head into Hawkers, or Bullet Bob's, or Bullet Runner Bob, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Bullet Bob's runner supplies, I don't know, whatever. Let's see what Bullet Bob's got going on.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon.
And we can void camp him as well. Let's do the ammo first, because that one seems less intrusive.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? Because I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere, if you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Did I actually buy this? I guess that's my standard bullet.
I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of Chinyan. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says.
Okay. I reckon I'm not going to be able to buy any of these.
I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business. How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight Kampf? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Funny if he was a replicant. It is interesting that you think about how people in the Blade Runner universe take offense to the Voight Kampf test, because obviously being a replicant would be pretty terrible. I don't really know what this does, to be honest.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax.
Okay, I think I get it. So you put this roughly where they react to?
What do you do for a living?
I sell donuts. Come on, is the whole thing gonna be this dull?
Just answer the questions as truthfully as you can. What's your name?
Bob Gorski. This ain't no different than the DMV.
Just a sec.
Well, I guess that's calibrated.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Nah, lightweight. She was easy to carry.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
Peaceful.
Really?
Sure. Once I took the axe to my ma. Joke. That's a joke. Boy, you should have seen your face.
Alright, let's press a little bit.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
Badge of honor. He's a good kid. Everyone's got to get bloodied sometimes.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I don't know. I busted up a guy's face once. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I meant to kill him, so that was kind of embarrassing.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I guess I picked the right line of work.
You see a documentary about 20th century tuna boats. At the end, you feel like taking up fishing.
Yeah, sure. Saw a show about Fred Astaire last night. Didn't make me want to take up dancing.
You see an oversized book with pictures of exotic animals on the cover. The title is Big Game Hunting in Zaire.
I'd burn the book.
Let me finish. Curious, you flip it open. There's a picture of a man standing with his foot on a dead Cape buffalo. You find yourself fascinated. You keep paging through it, seeing picture after picture of animals laid to waste, each more gruesome than the last.
So this is how this test goes, huh? You asking me sick questions.
It's designed to provoke you.
Is that right?
Interesting.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
Scary.
Really?
Hey, if every right-thinking citizen was out to waste my ass, yeah, I'd be scared.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
No, they'd better think about what they did to deserve it. 'Cause they'll slip, and I'll be ready.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is. Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun.
I don't know.
Little boys shouldn't play with guns.
I almost want to see what would happen. Let's, oh wow, we're on Act 2. Okay. Let me just do this. I just want to see what... Wow. Oops. Okay, well, at least I know not to shoot him.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I think that's enough for now.